Hey guys, it's Ingrid and I am back with an empties video today. These are some of my favorite videos to watch because you really get a good look at what people are going through and using up and have a solid, educated, experienced opinion, what a concept that is, on some products. So a lot of times it's stuff that I repurchase and use on a regular basis, so then you know it's definitely solid. If you're not familiar with what an empties video is, basically, we are going through products that I have used up in the last month or two and would or would not, and why not, I would recommend or would not recommend. So anyway, if you're interested in that and you want to look at my trash with me, stick around. We're getting into it. Trash time. Trash talk. Trash talking trash. Trash talking about my trash. Okay, so I have several different things today. I've got skincare and cosmetics and some hair care stuff, some kind of random thing here too at the end that is worth knowing about, and it has absolutely nothing to do with, well, let's do it now because let's get this out of the way. Yes, okay. So, as some of you know, if you've watched some of my other videos, I am recovering from a broken wrist. So I had surgery on it. I do have a scar here from it. And for the longest time, had to wear a removable cast. So the cast just kind of would slide on like so, right? Well, the actual cast itself has Velcro on it. And I have two dogs in this house, and they would leave fur on this thing just by me walking through a room that they were in. So I got online and I started looking for a cast cover, but I didn't know that they even made cast covers, but they do. So this is the one that I got, and I ordered this from Amazon, and I will put the link below for you. And I just have to say, I was really hesitant to get it because I wasn't quite sure what the material was going to be like. This is the brand. It's actually called Cast Covers. Like I said, I will link it down below. But it's like, think bathing suit material, but thinner and just brilliant. This would get caught when I would try to put my sleeve through a shirt or a sweater or a jacket, whatever I was wearing. It was constantly getting stuck and wouldn't slide easily over this. This took care of that solution too. So I'm just letting you know, they have all different kinds of colors and designs and styles. I just got plain black, but this was a godsend. It was only, I want to say, I don't know, maybe like $9 or $10. And I actually ended up buying two of them because I wanted to be able to have it available so that when I washed this, I had another one and I wasn't just freeballing through my day with my cast thing exposed and catching stuff all over it. So that's brilliant. Didn't even know it was a thing. And I think they make them for all different kinds of limbs and parts. So look into it, highly recommend. Okay, so let's move on first to skincare. So I have a pack of, these are Morphe makeup wipes, and all I can say about these is that I expected more from them for it being a Morphe brand. Now, the nice thing about them was they were thick. Like, it was like comparable to a thin washcloth thick, but they were really dry. So when I use them, I would just run it under the sink, running water for like a couple of seconds and kind of re-moisten it, like dampen it nicely, and then it was usable. The scent was not so great. It left something lingering on my skin. Not that it was unclean, it just wasn't the most comfortable experience, and if I come across these, I will not buy them again. The next thing I want to mention is e.l.f. has a skincare. e.l.f. has a couple of skincare lines, right? And so I tried the Super Hydrate with Hydrating Squalane moisturizer. This stuff is so strange. If I had known it was like this when I bought it, it's literally gelatinous almost, like it's not a cream, okay? But it went on all right. It dries a little tacky for my liking, so I actually used like maybe 2/3 of the container before I just couldn't take it anymore, and I'm just done with it. I was experimenting with it and will not buy again, but they do have some nice things in their skincare lines, but this I would skip if you're not interested in that gelatinous type viscosity. Is that the right word? Texture? You're hearing what I'm saying. I had bought a Laneige. Here comes one of the dogs. I had bought a Laneige skincare pack thing. It was like a gift pack type thing at TJ Maxx or Marshall's. And I was really excited to try all this because Laneige is such a good brand, right? Well, this one in particular, there's like 3 different kinds of moisturizer in there. Yes, I know. Hello. Hello. Here she is. Hello. Hello. Okay, I had to put her out real quick. All right, so this is the Water Bank Moisture Essence. So it's like a deep moisturizer, whatever. Well, it felt really nice going on. I wouldn't say it was anything above and beyond any other moisturizer that I have. But here's the thing, like, I can't get the rest of it out. See how much is left in there? I think that's fair to say that that's like 1/3 of the container left, and I can't get it out. No big deal. Don't like the packaging. Okay, and the last skincare thing that I have is, this is the Shiseido Benefiance Wrinkle Smoothing Eye Cream. I have been on the hunt for an eye cream that actually makes a difference and feels nice going on for the longest time. You can see I have used this sucker up. It is empty. I'm going to save this though for like travel to put something in there. And I took a before picture. I think I got this at an Ulta, it was like their skincare event or something like that. So it was like buy one, get one half off. So bought 2 of them, and I thought, let me go ahead and take a before picture, which I'll put up here, and let's see what this looks like after I use a whole container. How long does the whole container last? And then what does it look like? So I've just started the 2nd container, but here's the picture of after 1 month of use. Again, this is the Shiseido Benefiance Eye Cream. And I gotta tell you, I almost think, like, I'll put the before and after up here next to each other so you can see like a side by side. I almost think it looks worse after. What do you guys think? Like, do you see what I'm talking about? Like, I'm really glad I got this on sale because it's super expensive and I'm not sure it did anything for me. So maybe after this 2nd container, after I go through that, maybe there'll be some sort of visible difference and it'll be something that I deem more worthwhile. But right now, it feels really nice going on, but I'm not sure that's really done anything for me. Okay, moving on to, let's talk about makeup. Something that's kind of makeup related. Sponges. So I really like the AOA Wonder Blender sponges. I buy them in bulk because they are so cheap on the AOA website. And there is no reason to go out. I'm sorry, there's just, for me, there is no reason to go out and spend more money on like a beauty blender or something like that. But this is what, light is reflecting off of it, crazy. It's the Wonder Blender, and like, I think it's like $1. I think they're like maybe $1 each. So I buy like 5 or 6 at a time. And then I feel less guilty about going, like, after I washed it a couple of times, just getting rid of it and moving on. So these are really good. Highly recommend. And then another sponge that I had found, I think this was an Ulta purchase as well, but I'm not 100% sure, were these Swispers. And they're like a mini sponge. And I used this for blending out concealer under my eyes, and it fits so nicely right in here at the inner corner, and just did such a nice job of tapping a little bit of concealer out, spreading the love around. Absolutely loved it. I highly recommend getting these. Look for these. They're not in every store, but definitely worth it. More makeup. So lip balms. This was a Trader Joe's purchase. It was seasonal, and this is an almond something or other, so it was probably like in the fall. And you can tell by the condition of the container itself. I couldn't even tell you what this was called, but I left it here in my basket of empties things to talk about because I wanted you to see that the Trader Joe's lip balms are nice. This was a regular reach down in the purse, I know exactly where it is, grab it type item. But once you get to the point where everything is all worn off, I feel like that's probably a good indicator that what's inside is probably seen its better days. So moving on from that, another one that I use on a regular basis, and this is by Neutrogena, and I really like these. Like this, I go back to this a lot. It's got just a little bit of a tint to it. let me show you. This one is down to the bottom, and it has a little tiny bit of color. Let's see if I can read what this color one is. Fresh Plum. And it goes on, this looks horrible. I think that's because I have that moisturizer on there, but it goes on with a nice sheer wash of color, and it's so pretty. And then this last one, this is O'Keeffe's brand, and it's their lip repair. And if you have like chapped lips, like in from the sub-zero temperature chapped lips, this is great. It's great, but it is so rough and doesn't go on the lips smoothly. Like it's got a little bit of a minty scent to it. It's not bad, but for regular use throughout the day, it didn't fit the bill for what I'm looking for. So that one is actually not going into the garbage, but it's getting set aside for another day when I might actually need it. Okay, so moving on to more makeup. This is the Maybelline. I have a senior dog at the top of the stairs there behind me who is hacking. Here he comes. Okay. This is the Maybelline Bb Cream that is a go-to for me. This is a really light coverage, but it does give you a nice little bit of a tint and finish on your skin that looks like you tried just a little bit, but you didn't go overboard and have to do like a full-on foundation. This goes on very nicely, blends out nicely, lasts throughout the day. Very much enjoy this one. And this one is the shade 110 Light. And this is something that I will go and buy 2 or 3 shades of. And as the year progresses, I'll mix and match the different shades so that I have it something that looks good with whatever my skin tone is at that time. If it's a summertime and I'm tan, obviously I need to go a little bit darker. So, but this is a really good BB cream. Highly recommend. Probably my favorite BB cream, my go-to. I've tried several different others, even like high-end brands, and I'm not feeling it. Eyebrows. Y'all know how I feel about these eyebrow pencils. I did an eyebrow video, which I will link in here, about blonde eyebrow pencils and what the hell is wrong with them. And this is two of my favorites that I mentioned in that are my go-to. I have the Sephora. This is taupe. This is the best. It is got the spoolie on the one end. If I can get anything to show up here. Yeah, there's hardly any left, but it's got a really nice blonde hair tone finish. Very, very much like that. And then this is the Maybelline one that I think is like basically a dupe to that. This is their Brow Ultra Slim, and this one is in light blonde. Exact same style of pencil. Oh my gosh, like I could get one more brow out of that. Also has a spoolie on the other end. Good stuff. Always rebuying these. If you've watched my videos before, you know. Okay, so let's talk about mascara. This is the CoverGirl Supersizer, and I bought this because another YouTuber that I follow recommended this one as a second layer mascara. So you can go in and use whatever kind you want, and if you want to give it just a little more oomph, but you feel like using that same mascara again is just going to make things like kind of a clumpy, muddy mess. Going in with something like this that has a rubber bristle brush is a nice way to give you some separation and just a little bit more coverage. It's good. I have others that I think are good for that same purpose, namely the Maybelline Lash Sensational. This is a really great second layer mascara if you're interested in combining two. So this was good. I liked it. I actually have another one because I think I picked one when it was on sale. But once that's gone, I'm not going to buy this again because I like that other one better. More mascaras. This is the Revlon Volume and Length Magnified. And the reason I got this one, I think this is in a brown. I am a sucker for brown or brownish, blackened brown is what it says. Mascara, eyeliner, whatever. And I liked this, sort of, with a caveat. Big full brush, you can see that, but it just didn't do much. Like I put it on my lashes and you could kind of tell that I put something on, but not much. So if I had a day where I was barely putting anything, if anything at all, on my face, and I just wanted a little bit of something to help kind of make me look a little more woken up than I actually was, I would use this. It wasn't impressive enough to me that I felt like it was worth buying again. So used it up and liked it. It's all right, but you don't need it unless you're interested in a very natural look. Then I recommend it, but that's not me. no natural looks here. And then the last makeup item that I have like a hair on my lip. The last makeup item that I have is a powder foundation. This is the Pure, and which shade is this? Because I go back and forth between two different shades. This is light. This is the Pure 4-in-1. You can see I barely can get anything else out of this sucker. And it is a really nice powder foundation. The 4-in-1 from Pure, quite possibly my favorite powder foundation. It goes on so easily. It blends in nicely with your skin. I'm not sure if I can even get hardly any of it off. So there's a little bit there. Blends in nicely. Simple, fast application. Really, really nice product. Continue to buy these. I think I've been through like 4 of them. Oh, and a pro tip for you on this is that quite often they are on sale for 50% off. Be it their Ulta's 21 Days of Beauty or Amazon Prime Day. I bought 2 or 3 the last Amazon Prime Day because it was such a good deal, and I know I'm going to like it. I trust this formula. So when it comes to powder foundation, this is another one that I buy 2 different shades of and go back and forth between, and I'll mix them together if I need to, but good stuff. And one last sort of makeup thing that I want to talk about, and then we're going to go on to hair, and then we are done. So if you haven't tried Butter London Nail Rescue Horsepower Nail Rescue Base Coat, this is so good. If you have problems with your nails breaking, this is probably the only strengthening thing that I've ever actually seen work for my nails. Now, the problem is it's expensive. I want to say it's like $15 or $16 for a clear polish. But if you're looking for something that has a good solid foundation for nail color to go over and does something for your nail bed in the meantime, this is fantastic. The only problem I've found with it, though, is that the shape of this bottle prevents you from being able, can I show this side? The shape of this bottle prevents you from being able to access the last little bit of product. So the product is floating around here. There's still this much in there left, and the brush is so short, I can't reach it. So that sucks because it is expensive and you feel like you're kind of getting a little gypped because you can't get it all out. So I have done where I've poured what's left of this in this bottle, because not this one in particular, because this is like the 3rd or 4th I've been through, into like actually a Dixie cup, like those little disposable paper cups, and use the rest of it that way. So, I mean, there are things you can do, but whatever. This is fantastic though if you're trying to strengthen your nails. And hair care. Moving on to hair care. I love hair care, and it's a problem because I spend a lot of money on it. So if I have something that I'm showing you that is a repeat purchase for me, which all of these things that I'm sitting here and gonna go through and show you are all repeat purchases, so you know this is good stuff. First and foremost, ooh, yes, let's do this one. This is the Curls line. It's their Blueberry Bliss Reparative Leave-In Conditioner. This is my go-to leave-in conditioner. Dad makes one that's pretty good too, but this is the one that I'm constantly rebuying. This is about $12 or $13 in the store, so again, not something that's super cheap, but not, you know, 25 or 30 bucks like you're gonna go spend in a salon. And this is so good. It does have protein in it though, so if you are not, if you're trying to stay away from having protein in your textured hair for whatever your hair type is, you want to avoid this. But this is really, really nice stuff. And it does have kind of a nice little bit of a blueberry smell, but good stuff right there. Also, I've talked about this one before in my hair video where I talked about the things that I still do, even though I don't follow the curly girl method anymore, at least not strictly. And I'll link that video up here in a card for you. But this I just repurchased as well. This is from the Bounce Curl line, and it's their cleansing conditioner. It is so nice. It has a nice kind of a citrusy, like a really light citrusy, clean scent to it. And I didn't understand about cleansing conditioners until I started really looking into and educating myself on textured hair and what its needs are. This is phenomenal. Absolutely love it. Highly recommend. Already repurchased. If you ever have a chance to try anything from the Deep Hue line, any of their anything, really, but I particularly like their ACV stuff. This is an apple cider vinegar product. So if you don't like that scent because it has kind of a strong scent to it, vinegary scent, then avoid it. this is not the product for you. It doesn't linger in your hair. I should probably say what this is. So this is a leave-in hair therapy. And I was trying to tell my hair girl, my stylist, about this product because they make a deep conditioning treatment that I absolutely love, but it's so expensive. I want to say 30 or 40 bucks for a bottle of deep conditioner. 40, I think, is actually more right. Telling her about it, she hadn't heard of it, and I was trying to explain it to her, and I was like, it's DP Hue. You haven't heard of this brand, DP Hue? And she goes, Deep Hue? Yeah, I have a college degree, folks. Okay, so this is the apple cider vinegar hair treatment. It's just a quick spray on, like a leave-in type thing that you would do at the end of your hair care process. Post conditioner prior to actually putting product in. This is great. And I actually picked this one up at TJ Maxx, and I have never seen it again, of course, because of that. But you can order it online. Lots of different kinds of things in their website. They even have some color care conditioners and shampoos and stuff that I've used. I like all of it very much, but nothing from that line stands out, or from this brand stands out like the ACV deep conditioners and rinses and treatments. Highly, highly recommend. Finally, well, no, not finally. I got one more thing after this, but this is the Ouidad Ultra Nourishing Deep Conditioner. This stuff was nice. It came like a gift pack type thing where I was trying different things from Ouidad. This was good, very much like this, and I'm pretty picky about my leave-in, or not leave-in, I'm sorry. I'm pretty picky about my deep conditioners, so I liked this. I would buy it again if I could get it on sale, but I don't think, I have too many other things just that work just as well as this. That are like drugstore brand that I can buy, like the Shea Moisture line. So I don't know that I would buy this again unless I could get it on sale. But if you have a chance to come across it, I like it. Highly recommend. Okay, and now finally, Pureology. I don't know if they like what they feed those people there, but they come out with some of the best stuff. This is actually a toner. Like, my stylist used to tell me, you need to come back to the salon more often between visits and get toning done, and you'll knock out some of that brassiness in the blonde highlights. And I was like, yeah, I need to do that. Yeah, I didn't do that. Who has time? So I guess Pureology must have heard me, and they came out with a toner that you can do at home. And this is so nice. It's from their Color Fanatic line. This is the Purple Violet because I do have blonde highlights in my hair. And you just leave this in, you wash your hair, put this in, leave it on for like 5, 6, 7 minutes, rinse it out, and then do your conditioner. And it's really good. It's really good. If you have blonde hair or blonde highlights or anything where you've been utilizing any kind of purple shampoos or conditioners, do you think that sometimes you can kind of see a little bit of a difference after the fact, but maybe not 100%? This stuff is one of like the only 2 or 3 things I've ever found that actually makes a difference. And I just used this maybe 2 days ago, and I already have a new bottle that I already opened because this one's empty. Highly recommend. So yeah, that's it, guys. That's my empties video for the month of May now. I gather these things over quite a period of time, so it's not necessarily something that I can guarantee I'm going to do a monthly video on, but I enjoy them. Like I said, they are so helpful for me to see other people's products that they use on a regular basis that are worth repurchasing. Because if you're going to go through something, get all the way through a product, you've obviously liked it, right? That, or you're just incredibly good at not being wasteful. So that's it. I am taking way too long to wrap this up. Thank you so much for sticking around. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, like this video so that I know that this is something you guys want to continue to see from me. And I will see you in the next video.